Assalamu alaikum students. Now this is our lecture 21. Now in lecture 21 we discuss the X-ray emission spectra. Now in last week we discussed how we can produce X-rays by using Polish tube. In this lecture 21 we discuss the types of X-ray emission spectra. Now basically the fact that intensity of the reflected X-ray beam from Bragg spectrometer never falls to zero but only falls to a minimum value points out the existence of continuous spectrum. Now basically in the last lecture we discussed that we have two types of X-ray emission spectra, and these types are characteristics X-rays and continuous X-rays. Characteristics X-rays depends on the target used. In the last we discussed that the position of peaks depends on the material used as target in the X-ray tube and the crystal as well as the crystal face reflecting the beam. This shows that each metal target emits its own characteristic radiation. So it means that it depends on the characteristic X-rays depends on the target, but continuous X-rays depends on the energy of the electrons which are emitted from the filament. You know that in the last lectures that we discussed in the last lectures, Polish tube. Basically, we discussed that when the X-rays are emitted from the filament F. Do you remind in the lecture? Did you remind the lecture 16? लेक्चर 16 में हमने ये डिस्कस किया था कि जब वो फिलामेंट से इलेक्ट्रॉन्स जो हैं वो एमिट होंगे तो वो टारगेट को हिट करेंगे. क्लियर है स्टूडेंट्स? अब वो जो इलेक्ट्रॉन्स हैं उन इलेक्ट्रॉन्स की एनर्जी पे डिपेंड करेगी कंटिन्यूस एक्सरेज, बट जो कैरेक्टरिस्टिक एक्सरेज है वो किस पे डिपेंड करेगी? टारगेट की जो हम टारगेट यूज़ करेंगे उस पे डिपेंड करेगी कैरेक्टरिस्टिक एक्सरेज. क्लियर है स्टूडेंट्स? नो बेसिकली हमारे पास ये है कि हमने ये डिस्कस किया द कैरेक्टरिस्टिक एक्स स्पेक्ट्रम इज सुपर इम्पोज्ड ऑन द कंटिन्यूस स्पेक्ट्रम हैविंग अ सीरीज ऑफ अनइंटरप्टेड वेवलेंथ्स. नो बेसिकली हमारे पास क्या है कि अगर हम इस केस में मतलब एक्सरेज हमेशा इमिट होती रहती हैं, कोई भी ब्रेक नहीं आता. जब हम एक्सरेज को यूज़ करते हैं कैरेक्टरिस्टिक एक्सरेज, तब तो हमारे पास जो है वो डिस्क्रीट टाइप्स ऑफ डिस्क्रीट एनर्जी लेवल्स में मींस कि वो पहले के एल एम एन एल शेल इस तरह से प्रोड्यूस होती है कैरेक्टरिस्टिक एक्सरेज, वो हम बाद में डिस्कस करेंगे. लेकिन जो हमारे पास जो कॉन्टीन्यूस एक्सरेज हैं वो हमेशा मींस के उसकी कोई ना कोई वैल्यू रहेगी. सो कॉन्टीन्यूस एक्सरेज इमिट होती रहती हैं और वो डिपेंड किस पे करती है? एक्साइटेशन वोल्टेज पे. जितनी हम एनर्जी प्रोवाइड करेंगे इलेक्ट्रॉन को उसी तरह कंटिन्यूस एक्सरेज प्रोड्यूस होती रहेंगी. अगर हम एक्साइटेशन वोल्टेज को ऑफ कर देते हैं तो फिर वो कंटिन्यूस एक्सरेज ऑफ होंगी. So it means we have the two types of X-ray emission spectra, continuous spectra and characteristic spectra. Now, first of all, we discuss the continuous spectra. The continuous spectra, what happens, that is produced or emitted due to the deflection of cathode electrons. You know that in the Polish tube, in the lecture 16, when we discuss the production of X-rays, the filament F is when the filament F is heated by the battery, that is low voltage battery. So we have the cathode electrons. This is the cathode. Filament behaves as cathode and the target behaves as anode. So cathode electrons जो हैं वो hit करेंगे. जब electrons जो हैं वो move करेंगे towards the target. For example, this is the target structure of the target electronic structure of the target atom. So in this case, when electron enters, strike this target atom, then what happens when this electron enters the atom? It strikes, if this atom did not strike with any with any electron in the atom, it means that it can move the spaces between the empty spaces between in the atom. It can move through the empty spaces in the atom and undeflected. It can move undeflected, यानी वो किसी से भी उसका कुलियन ना हो और वो जो है वो अनडिफ्लेक्टेड मूव कर जाए. लेकिन उसके साथ ये भी होता है कि देयर इज़ द अट्रैक्टिव फोर्स बिटवीन विद इलेक्ट्रॉन एंड न्यूक्लियस के दरमियान कोई अट्रैक्टिव फोर्स होगी और उसकी वजह से क्या होता है कि ये जो है इलेक्ट्रॉन की जो डिफ्लेक्शन है वो थोड़ा सा उसमें कहते हैं कि पैराबोला की फॉर्म में वो मूव करता है इलेक्ट्रॉन. So it means that the continuous spectrum is produced or emitted due to the deflection of cathode electrons by the strong attractive fields around the nuclei of target atoms. Nuclei of target atoms. The path followed by the electron passing close to the nucleus will be a parabola as shown in figure 1. Now, basically, if the initial kinetic energy of electron striking the target is this, initial is this, then after passing through the targets its velocity decreases. How the velocity decreases means that basically it gives some of its energy to nucleus, to the target atom, and when it collide with any electron, then it loses its velocity. Its velocity decreases and its final kinetic energy also decreases, which is less than initial kinetic energy. So the decrease in energy causes the emission of a pulse of X radiation in the form of photons. So basically this decrease in energy of electron is emitted in the form of pulse, that is in the form of photons. This continuous spectrum is also called Bremsstrahlung, breaking radiation, and it is the German name, was also assumed to result from the radiation emitted when fast moving electrons are decelerated. Basically these fast moving electrons are decelerated, and sometimes these electrons are ये जो इलेक्ट्रॉन है वो रेस्ट पे भी चले जाते हैं बाय द एटम ऑफ द टारगेट. वो कैसे कि वो डिफरेंट कुलियन करते जाते हैं एटम इलेक्ट्रॉन्स के साथ, और वो जो हैं that becomes that are at rest. Since a heavy atom is more effective in bringing the impinged electron to rest. How? Because if we have a heavy atom, then we have more number of electrons, and these electrons and the outside electrons which are coming from the filament F are easily collide with different electrons. So in coming to rest, an electron may make one or more collision with the atoms of the target, emitting one or more energy pulses, that is photons. The most energetic photon or highest frequency emitted corresponds to the total kinetic energy of electron. Basically जो सबसे ज़्यादा मोस्ट एनर्जेटिक फोटॉन्स होंगे वो कब इमिट होंगे, जब सारी की सारी जो एनर्जी है इलेक्ट्रॉन की वो किस में चेंज हो जाएगी, फोटॉन्स में. So it means highest frequency emitted corresponds to the total kinetic energy of electron when it is completely stopped during a collision with atoms of the टारगेट. जब वो कोलाइड करते करते जब कम्प्लीटली स्टॉप हो जाएगा, उस जो हमारे पास हाईएस्ट फ्रीक्वेंसी आएगी, दैट इज़ द मैक्सिमम फ्रीक्वेंसी एंड मिनिमम वेवलेंथ. The wavelength of continuous spectrum are independent of the target material, as I already told you, but depend on the excitation voltage. किस पे डिपेंड करेगी? एक्साइटेशन वोल्टेज applied across the X-ray tube. If V be the excitation voltage in the X-ray tube, The maximum frequency present in X-rays will be determined by equation VE is equal to H nu maximum is equal to Hc over lambda minimum. That is the equation number 1. If the initial energy of impinging electron is VE and when it loses its energy at each collision, then V dash E is energy of impinging electron. After a collision, the energy difference VE is initial minus final is equal to EV minus V dash is equal to H nu. Here we have H nu, H not H nu maximum. When this V dash is equal to 0, then we have H nu maximum. Where nu is less than nu maximum, the maximum frequency or minimum wavelength will occur when V dash is equal to 0. Then we get equation number 1. Now Dune and Horn plotted curves between wavelengths and intensity of ionization caused by X-rays from College tube using a given material as target operated at different high excitation voltages. It means that when we increase the excitation voltages of electron, then what happens, we have these peaks. If we have the highest excitation voltage, the peak, the intensity, we have the peak is moved towards the shorter wavelength. When we have the less excitation voltage, the peak is moves towards the higher wavelength, and when we have the again less voltage, then the peak is moved towards the higher wavelength. So it follows that when lambda corresponding to maximum intensity shifts towards shorter wavelength with increase in excitation voltage. जैसे जैसे हम excitation voltage को increase करेंगे, wavelength जो है वो decrease होगी और frequency increase होगी. So it means कि जो wavelength है that is inversely proportional to excitation voltage and directly proportional to wavelength is inversely proportional to excitation voltage and frequency is directly proportional to excitation voltage. So we can also write VE is equal to H nu maximum Hc over lambda minimum, equation number 1. Clear, students?